President Obama calling for more globalization. But what does the president-elect think about that?
American people, just like the German people.
There is no global anthem, no global currency, no certificate of global citizenship. We pledge allegiance to one flag, and that flag is the American flag.
So what is wrong with an America First policy?
Or, if anything, Fox News religion contributor Father Jonathan Morris joins us now. So America First. If you picked up the front page of The Economist like a week ago, it had this picture of President-elect Trump riding on a horse and old pictures of George Washington and this idea that America First, this new nationalism. Is that a problem?
Not only is it not a problem, I would say, but government officials have a responsibility to put their country first. Now, only America, something deeply wrong with that, in my opinion. I think whether you talk about isolationism or when you talk about interventionism, either extreme is very bad. Look at it like a family. You know, of course, a mom and a dad has a responsibility first and foremost for their kids. And our national leaders have a responsibility first and foremost for their children, for the citizens of the United States. But when the cousin next door, right, is, you know, going through a major health scare, you don't just say, hey, listen, you're not part of my immediate family. If you have a possibility to help a situation, then yes, and you have the resources to do it, then of course you have a moral responsibility to do so.
But then where is the line then when you look at something like the Syrian refugee crisis, right? Yeah. The Pope has been outspoken on this.
Yeah, but you know what? The Pope is also not a political leader, and he himself has said that. This is the responsibility of our elected officials to make that decision, and it's a very hard one. It requires wisdom. We need wisdom in our leaders, and we can give principles, and I think the principle I laid out is, hey, we're all a human family. And so we can't say only America, but yes, we can say America first. We don't want German leaders to say America first. We want American leaders to say that.
Well, and there's nothing wrong with saying there's a human family, but it's a big leap to then say it's global citizenship or no allegiance to your own country. I mean, look at, you were here last week. We were talking about Cuba, the death of Fidel Castro, where there is no religious liberty. Here in this country, religious liberty flourishes because governments matter. And I think religious leaders recognize that as much as anybody.
Yes, I think we really have to, we need wisdom, you know, because these are really hard lines to draw, and you have to say, we need to figure out what is it that we're able to do, and what are our priorities, and you can go either way. And
Father, I've been wanting to ask you this, knowing you were coming on. Your take on people around the country burning the American flag, because it is obviously legally their right to do so. But what do you think that message sends? You know, I have two brothers in the military, and I called them and I asked their thoughts, and they said this flag represents so much more than just being a flag. It is every war we have fought in. It is every president that has served this nation. It has been on, you know, coffins of our men and women who have served. It has been given to mothers who have lost their own child serving this country. So it just means so much more.
Abby, you know, thank God we're in a country that runs by the rule of law. But just because something is legal doesn't mean it's right. And we have to remind ourselves that we need citizens of virtue. And when we don't have a citizenry of virtue, well, we're going to end up going way off track. And so, yes, we have to respect the right of free speech, but it doesn't mean that it's a good thing.
Our founders talked about that. You need to have virtue in a citizenry in order to maintain our great republic. But as we go forward, it's not even just America first. Most people forget and don't recognize how exceptional and special America is, how rare it is to have the freedoms that we have. In many parts of the world, you know, you couldn't do what you do right now.
That's right. Absolutely, and the whole American experiment was exceptional, the way our founding documents came to be in so many ways. And so, therefore, we have a responsibility. Also, internationally, globally, we have a responsibility, but we also have priorities.
Father Jonathan Morris, always great to have you here
every
Sunday. Thanks,
Father.
Father.
Good to see you.